Hi everyone, Alistair Davies here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're looking at the takeaway and a couple of great concepts, exercises to really help you start the golf swing correctly, so to allow your rest of your golf swing to flourish without any compensations. Now, takeaway is something I've always struggled on all through my amateur career, which is a long time ago now, but all through my amateur career, my early days as a pro, my takeaway, and if I unconsciously just let myself swing it still gets bad now. I tend to whip the club inside, which I know plagues a lot of golfers I would teach as well. So really looking at some ways of fixing that, some ways you can do it at home in the garden or at home in the house during this lockdown period that will help you. If you are a new viewer, please consider following or subscribing. I post 3 videos a week on a variety of subjects, all designed to help improve your golf. Keep watching to learn all about the takeaway. So the takeaway, it's really important. If we get the club in the bad position in the takeaway, it's going to lead to compensations to the rest of the swing. So if I whip the club in, I'm then going to have to steepen the club to get it more on plane at the top of the backswing. That's invariably what happens. There are some guys that get the club in and stay in. That's going to make your swing really short, so you're going to lose a lot of power. So the common things we see is the hands being picked up and disconnected, or the hands being rotated too much so the club goes in. Both have their issues. What we want to see is the hands from the static position here. If I float my right hand away, the hands work on that arc, so they don't work above that arc or under that arc, even though under that arc would actually be better than above. So this is one of the exercises you can do, is float the hand, shake hands with the club, and from there continue to make your swing as you'd like to. That would be one of the things. One of the drills I want to talk to you about today, though, is holding the club with both palms facing up. Now, when we swing back, is pointing the hosel of the club, or the bottom of the shaft, at that yellow rod on the ground. Now, the yellow rod on the ground is just outside my ball to target line, but ideally it could be a chalk line you draw through the ball. This is the feel. Now, you notice when I do this, my right arm is above my left arm, or lead arm. My right wrist isn't changing shape. Quite common what we see is people overextending the right wrist in takeaway, over rolling the lead wrist in takeaway. What we're trying to do is keep the wrists as much as we can in a fairly similar state of orientation. So in terms of extension with the lead hand and extension and flexion of the trail hand. So we wouldn't want that to change. If my extension increased with my lead hand, the club would go more up and out, which is, again, generally a better place to be for most golfers. Most golfers tend to roll the hand and go more into flexion, so the club goes inside. That's the most common fault I would see. So what I want to see is the feeling of the right arm on top, the club face looking at the ball a bit longer. Ideally in this position here, the club face to be pretty parallel to the spine. Then from there, as we move to the top of the swing, let the arms work up, and they'll continue to rotate. So the right arm or trail arm will fold, the lead arm will pronate and work up. That's ideally what I want to see you work on. In the takeaway, if you're going to overdo things, keep the butt of the club pointing towards our body for as long as you possibly can. And then from there, let the arms go up and pronate, and then swing down and through. Now that was done at real low pace. But in order to do those mechanics and think of the positions, it has to be done at low pace. So how you take that to a full swing would be working in low pace for a period, 20, 30 balls, 200 balls, 2,000 balls. What I'd advise, if you struggle with the takeaway, you would really work on the takeaway hard and continuously throughout this lockdown period, where you can airflow balls, tennis balls at worst, in the garden, or if you've got a net, golf balls into a net, or even just working it on the tiled floor in the house is really good too. So all those things are really good to help you improve how you start the golf swing. But particularly use the club like we showed you, kind of tilting the club. So tilting and dipping the butt of the club onto that target line will give you the sensation of how these arms should feel and how your body responds to that too. So if you have enjoyed today's video, please click like and share the video. Really appreciate if you could do that. Also, please ask any questions you have down below, or send any requests for any videos, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Also, if you haven't subscribed or followed, hit my logo down this bottom corner. Join me on my journey. Let me help you improve your golf, and let me hopefully help you enjoy your golf. So thanks for watching, and most importantly, stay safe, and see you again here soon.